Okay. So we got the camera going.
3,
About
2,
1 minute to go.
1. You're on.
Oh,
We're live now.
we're live now.
I think
we don't
we're-
have a minute to go.
I guess we're a little early. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Arizona time, or thereabouts. We are going to do some stuff here.
And
And
it's called a LTS, Live Training Session. We're just going to share some stuff with you.
so, welcome. Hopefully, we'll have some people tuning in. And we're going to kind of break this down into sections. First things first is if we lose our signal, if the Facebook thing doesn't work and we lose our signal, because it can happen, then we are also filming with our camera. So hopefully within the next 2 or 3 days, if it works out, we'll have this all on YouTube. And
So even if we lose the Facebook connection, it'll still be, everything that we do will still be on camera.
yeah, let's hope so. It'll be on,
Yeah.
and actually, the quality of video will probably be better on YouTube later on. Even for those of you that can't join us live, we like you to join us live, because at the end we're going to do Q&A, maybe 15-20 minutes of questions and answers.
Questions and answers, stuff that you want to know about.
Yeah, so we got to remember we got to look back and forth.
Yeah,
so
we're looking back
so
and forth from one camera to another.
Yeah, so the YouTube people don't think we're ignoring them. So does it look like we've got people chiming in? Good, excellent. All right, so first on the agenda, we are going to talk a little bit about, Dad and I are going to have a conversation a little bit about international customers, people that order router bits and supplies from our website from the international standpoint.
He's had a conversation, but he's going to do most of the talking.
Isn't that the way it always is?
Well, you've used a lot of words in your lifetime. I still got to try and catch up.
You
So-
got some catching up to do.
Yes. So, for those of you international customers that have tried to order on the website in the last week or so, you've got a message that says that the website doesn't allow you to actually order from an international standpoint right now. So the way that going forward,
That doesn't mean that if you're out of the country you can't order from us. It's just we have a different procedure.
yes, thank you. That's right. So the procedure now, if you've seen the message on the website, is that whatever it is that you want to order, send Vicki an email, vickywithdavesigns@gmail.com. Send her an email, let her know what you want to order. She will figure out exactly what the freight will be, whether you're in New Brunswick or Canada or Australia, wherever you're at. Why did I say New Brunswick? I don't know.
Well,
But
that's
anyway.
Canada.
Yeah. So,
Or Ireland, or New Zealand, or
Whatever.
wherever you are in the country,
Yeah.
out of the U.S.
Morning, Paul.
So she'll figure out this policy basically, to put it in a nutshell, whatever we pay for shipping, that's what you're going to pay for shipping. So for international, there is no more flat rate.
Norway.
From Norway, terrific.
Docking.
Welcome, Norway. So whatever it is that we pay for freight, that's exactly what you're going to pay for freight. So when you send Vicki an email and say, I want to order this and this and this and this, she'll figure it out, what the weight is, tell you exactly how much the freight is going to be, and then send you, what do you do? Send an invoice, right?
PayPal invoice.
A PayPal invoice, which you can use your regular Visa, MasterCard, whatever you use, pay it, and then we will ship it. So that's the way
Now,
it
for
works.
years, we've just had a flat $35 rate for out-of-country shipping. I put that in years ago when most of our international orders were from Canada, and that covered it. But now we get orders, like from Norway, we get orders from all over the world, from Hong Kong, from I got one from China, so we can't just cover it with $35. Sometimes it costs us a lot more than that to ship. So we've just decided that what we pay is what you will pay for international shipping. we figure that's fair. We don't need to make any money on shipping, but we don't want to be losing a chunk either. So that's why we're doing this.
So that's what the process is now for international customers. Now, along with that, because of this new policy, you pay what we pay, that kind of thing, we are now opening, as of today, we're opening up premium membership worldwide. So the way that will work, everything for premium membership internationally is the same as it is domestically, except for sending the router bits back. The freight is the international thing, so you'll pay what we pay for freight. But when you send your router bits back to get them free sharpened, then whatever it is, again, the same kind of process. You'll email Vicky, say, I've got 6 bits that I want to send in for sharpening. We sharpen them for free. You'll just pay to get them here, and then Vicky will figure out how much it costs to ship them back to you, and then just charge your card or send you an invoice for that amount, whatever it costs us to ship them back to you. So it's pretty simple. We've been doing it for a while now, a week or so. We've been doing the international stuff, and it's working out pretty well. So if you have any questions, obviously you know how to get a hold of us.
Yeah. Email is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
And the phone still works.
So far. Oh, did we forget something, babe? Because you're kind of running this. This.
I'll let you know when you get out of line.
Yeah, I know you will. Okay, so again, that's pretty much the gist of the international shipping. And again, I know over the last several years, we've got a lot of Canadians especially that have asked about when premium membership is going to be available. Huh?
Brad Howard.
From Aussie Brad from Australia.
Brad.
Hi, Brad. Good morning. Oh, well, it might be good evening over there. I'm not sure. But, okay, so Dad wants to talk about a few things. He's going to get his done, and then I'm going to come up and do a demo, and we'll get this thing rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I just got a couple of things I want to try. I was playing around with the laser, and I made this little box. Can you see that box? Okay, Vicki? Yeah. Okay. I made this little box. It's just for holding router bits. Now, most of the bits that we ship, when we ship bits, are in these tubes. They're not all in the bigger tubes, but I just made this little box. I thought it was kind of a neat little box. And it's just for holding router bits on your bench. If you want to, you can write on there, and most of the tubes have what router bit is inside of it. But if you want to, you can write right on that box.
So does it come with the tubes?
No, it doesn't come with the tubes. You get your router bits when you order router bits. Router bits come in tubes, but
so will this fit in there too?
Yeah, it'll.
We haven't tried
yeah,
this.
This is the smaller tubes.
Yeah,
and they'll fit. And as you can see, this is the one that says profile bits. So it could go right in there. You can see them all right. But I made this.
And then this will work in there too?
Yep. I made this little box,
cool.
And I'm going to make it available if you want it for $9.95. If you want it, you can just add it to an order. It'll be on the website. I'll have Vicky put it on the website.
Now, I know there will probably be some questions. How did you make that?
I made it with the laser, and that's all I'm going to say. I do a lot of different sized boxes like this, but this particular one, I was kind of laying in bed half asleep one morning, and I thought, gee, I think I'll make a box like that for the router bits.
Pretty
so
cool.
That's how my research and development came up with this. I did it when I was half asleep. So.
And what's that made out of?
This is 1/4-inch oak plywood. It's got an MDF core, but it's, for all intents and purposes, it's 1/4-inch thick oak, and it's 4x4, inch and a half high. So that's all there is to that. Now,
pretty cool.
I've had a lot of people. If I'm walking in a parking lot or going into Lowe's to buy material, I've had a lot of people see me with this pencil on my hat. They say, gee, that's kind of a neat deal. How do you do that? And so I want to show you how I do it. Now I use, for instance, these are little rare earth magnets to begin with. Can you see this?
No, well, hold on.
So I want to show you just how I make this. And it's really kind of handy. So you always got a pencil handy. Now I used to just tuck them under my hat, but it was always falling out. Now I make these And I'm going to show you how I do it. This is, I bought this little tape measure. And this little tape measure had a little clip on it. This little clip that goes on your belt. So I took that clip off and I put that on my hat. Oh, let's see the best way to do this. I had it on there. I should have left it on. But it's got a spring on it.
Tight fit, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll get out my knife. Yeah, that'll probably do it. So I just have to open this up.
We are having a few internet problems, but bear with us. Don't leave.
The signal's kind of iffy.
Well, I'm having a little bit of a problem getting this back on my hat. I never should have taken it off because it goes on there pretty tight. It's spring loaded. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm still here. And it will go on.
There it is.
So all that is just a little clip of this measuring tape. And I had these little rare earth magnets.
That connected right to the other one.
That one just broke. They do break, but not very often. So what I do is I put 2 of these on this little clip.
It's right there.
Ah, there it is.
Oh,
And then
it's great.
what I've got is I've got a little 1/4 inch nut. Just a 1/4 20 nut. And it just clips right onto that magnet. Now, the nice thing about this 1/4 inch nut, and I'll show you how I got that nut on my pencil, and this is exactly how I did it. I put the pencil in my drill, and a 1/4 inch nut, the threads in it, a 1/4 inch nut just fits on a pencil. And so what I did, if you can see what I'm doing here, what I did is I just put that 1/4 inch nut in my pencil, and then I turn it, and once it does, it just zips right up the pencil. You can stop it wherever you want, use whatever length pencil you want.
Yep, head. That's definitely a hat trick.
This is like one of those life hack things that you see on Facebook all the
And
time.
then once you get it done, it's got some grooves in there, but it doesn't really matter. Once you get it done, your pencil is always going to be handy for you. Just put it right back on your hat. That's all there is to it.
Life hacks.
Yeah,
So that's
great job,
all
Dad.
I wanted to show you. I have people that literally stop me in the parking lot and say, "Hey, how'd you fit that pencil like that? That's pretty neat." So I just thought, well, maybe.
Renee says, "Dad, you are a genius. I'm always searching for my pencil."
That's your
Well,
dog.
I used to always search for my pencil till I figured out a little way to keep track of it. So if that helps you, if it's, if you think it would help, go ahead and do it.
Mark Stalling says, "I love Dave's thought process." Redneck 101, Alan Heller.
Redneck
There you go.
101. I like it. Perfect for the hat.
If you use a magnet to hook your pencil on your hat, you may be a redneck.
Kevin
good.
Cuthbertson says, "Too much time on his hands. Necessity is the mother of
Mother of
invention."
invention. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
everything I do is, if I can help somebody by sharing what I do, that's what we do, is we share a lot of what we
Mark
know.
Stalling says, "I would hate to spend a day in his head."
Welcome to my world, Mark.
Oh, God, that's funny.
All right, so let's get on with the demo. How we
right.
doing on time? We doing
We're
okay?
good.
We're good on time?
It's only
Good.
like
Okay, well, you're going to go ahead and do your stuff. I'll
Yeah.
get out of here, and
Okay.
then I'll come back for the questions and
The
answers.
Q&A at the end.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Pena says, "Too bad a beer can won't stick to the magnet."
Well,
Although a can opener will.
Yeah, but you don't need can openers anymore.
I know.
all right. So let's get into the. Here, Dad, you can move that over there if you want to. let's get into the demo. So, if you guys, oh, you know, that's what I forgot. Would you hand me that board up on top, babe? I knew there was something I was going to forget.
Something.
Yeah.
Always.
So, if you guys saw our collaboration with Joe Whitaker from Average Joe's Joinery over in the UK, we did this over in Kingman at my buddy's house, Shane, over there. And I was really fascinated. I said I was going to play around with this Milliput a little bit more, and that's what I've been working on. So it really kind of gave me, got my mind kind of going on what can be done with this stuff. So I've kind of played around with it a little bit and done some experiments. Thank you, Dad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a process here where I'm going to show you kind of what I was thinking, and you know, just what I've done over the last week or so is just a kind of an idea, you know, one thing that you can do. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to just carve a circle in this board here. Now the Milliput is, we bought it online. I think we bought it on Amazon. It comes in black, white, terracotta. This is what the package looks like. This is the white. But it also comes in black, terracotta, like a silver blue.
Yellow gray.
Yellow gray. So not silver blue, it's silver gray, I think. So we got, actually, I think we've got all the colors.
All but it is really is a putty, is that right?
Yeah, it's a putty, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to use it right here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll move that out of the way for now. Here, Dad, can you set this up on the bench, kind of get it out of my way? So I am going to use my flat bottom bit, or our spiral bit, and I'm going to cut a cavity, a round cavity, in this little piece of cedar here, and show you exactly how this is. Now, I don't think I even need my cheaters for this. I've got my bit set at somewhere around 1/8 of an inch, so this is pretty easy stuff. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm good. That better? So that's pretty simple. I just kind of roughed that out. I could have been a little bit more accurate with that. So let me show you actually how I put that Milliput in there. I think I'll use the terracotta. So this is the terracotta version. And what you have to do, that's the board I want.
Canada in the house.
Canada's in the house.
Carson Carter from Vancouver, Canada.
Cool. So this stuff comes in 2 pieces, or 2, and you can see they're kind of like sticks. And this is, like I say, the terracotta color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to estimate what it will take to fill up that gap there. Let's go about there. I'm going to cut these the same amount. I'll set these aside for right now. I normally would seal these up. I keep these in a Ziploc bag, by the way. Even though I seal them up this way, I also keep them in a Ziploc bag. I think it just helps keep it.
Prevent them from drying out?
Yeah, exactly. So now, when you saw Joe do this on our video, he did it with his bare hands.
Oh, Nova Scotia in the house.
I'm not so keen on doing the bare hands, so I'm going to put gloves on, and I just kind of mix it up. Now, what you want to do with this stuff when you start mixing it up, you want to get it to where it's all one solid color and doesn't have any streaks in it. So the way I found, I know Joe is a real expert at this, so go check out, see how that's got streaks in it. That's not good, so we got to just keep mixing this stuff till it becomes all one consistent color.
Unless you particularly want streaks in it.
Well, it won't dry though.
Oh.
See, they have to be mixed completely to the point where it will set up hard and solid like that black. So it will. Now, one thing that I've kind of tried a little bit, but I've still got a lot of experimentation to do, is coloring this stuff. I really would like to be able to custom color. See how it's almost there now. I really would like to be able to custom color this stuff, so I'm still kind of playing with that right now. See, now we've got pretty much, there's a little bit of streaks in there. I'm going to mix it one more time. But again, you can use bare hands with this if you want to. That's what Joe does. But I kind of like to. Yeah, so we're pretty good there. So here's what I'm going to do. All I'm going to do really is just kind of move that in there, and then the way Joe kind of taught me, and if you watch Joe's channel, you'll know he kind of just twists it a little bit, gets it to kind of grip the grain. I hope I mixed up enough. Well, I know I did actually, because I'm not going to sand this off on camera. So I know I'd made enough. But there was, when I was playing around the other day, I was a little bit short, so I just had to cut off another little bit and add to it. But that's pretty much it. So then you let that sit. Like Joe, I'm kind of following what Joe said, let it sit overnight. So I let it sit a day until the next morning, and then it becomes solid. And I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like that. Solid as a rock. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sand that off. So let me get this router out of the way. Dad, you want to grab this and set it over there just so I don't have to trip over it? And I am going to sand both of these. Obviously I did a terracotta and a black, so I'm just going to sand those off. Now I've got my rough belt in here, and then I'll go back with my other one. How you doing on time? So that was the 50 grit. I think this is 175 grit. Okay. So now,
Cambridge.
So now my idea with this stuff is, now in essence, we're back to just a flat board. So we can do some things with it that, that I was thinking that might work out. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to carve a couple letters in there.
How about one?
Huh?
How about one?
One letter?
Yeah.
In each? Or only one letter?
Only one.
Because we're running late?
Yeah, it's 20 after.
Okay. All right.
25 after.
It's 25 after.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I asked you how we were doing. Huh.
Well, and at the time,
So at this point, I'm just going to use my green ink only because I'm not sure how the black will show up on the black. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay out how I normally would, just to give me a line. And now that'll be dry in a matter of seconds. All right. So we are going to do one. And I'm just going to carve that inset just to kind of give you guys an idea of how this stuff routes. I wasn't sure how it routed, but it actually routes pretty darn cool. Now, what I'm going to use on this is a 60 degree. That's how I normally do my inset letters anyway, but if I was doing it outset, I would use the profile bit. But I'm going to use the 60 degree, and I'm not too on this. You'll see what my theory is on here. Let's see. I'm going to be about 1/8 of an inch deep, something like that. I am actually going to put my cheaters on now. It's nice outside, huh? All right. Here we go. Let me turn it this way. That better? It carves like butter. It really carves nice. Now what I'm going to do is all I have to do really is just take that material out however I want to. And you can see that I kind of went through the bottom of, what'd you do with my brushes, Dad?
Brushes are right there.
Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah. It carves really nice. So now, at that point, you can color it whatever color you want. Actually, I think I'm going to use, would you hand me that can of green? Or red, excuse me, red behind you. Thank you. So now I'm going to just use my red ink. I apologize for... Oh, come on. Can's messing up on me. Oh, I got to clear this nozzle. Dadgummit. All right, well... Got another can of red up there? I think there is, without a cap. You can look at the nozzle. Is the nozzle?
red.
Yeah. So we're going to let that dry for just a minute. That other can, by the way, I'll fix that other can. Either it's the nozzle or it's the stuff down inside, and I can clear that out. So I am going to...
We're trying to reconnect, so bear with us.
Oh, are we? I'm going to blow...
Yeah, on a day that it's absolutely...
Yeah. Robert Perez, my old workout buddy.
Yes, Danny, you can watch it on YouTube by the end of the weekend or so.
Yeah, hopefully by the end of the weekend, if all goes well. So that...
Is it from Vellum?
No. I don't know who this is.
I don't think I have any clear in here either. That's all right.
I'll go ahead.
No big deal. So now you've got a red R in the middle of a black, and once you put a clear on that, it really shows up well. Which
Where is it?
In the cave, my clear cave. Then it really shows up. So let me show you. This just gives you an example of how you can do it. Now, what I could have also done is I could have then filled this with terracotta color in this carving. If I didn't want to use the ink and make it red, I could have filled it with a different color. And then you can have multicolored inlays. Oh, was there some there? Oh, I did have some. So, and I'll show you what. So that's what the terracotta looks like. So if you didn't want to, I'll turn it around. If you didn't want to, for instance,
for a minute, we're trying to reconnect. I want to zoom.
If you didn't want to, spray it red, and you wanted a lighter color, you could use yellow. You could use whatever, or you could fill it with terracotta and have an inlay inside of an inlay. Now, let me show you some examples of some stuff that I did. Oh, it's on the other side of this board. So here's some playing around that I did. So what I did here, up here in the corner, this is just a piece of scrap that I had before. This is a rose that I carved, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. So what I did here is I did a zigzag pattern. Half of it I filled with Milliput in the black, but then once that dried, then I carved this line and then sprayed it red. So it gives you kind of a zigzag pattern, and you can cross one right over the other. What I did over here is I took two layouts. Vicki gave me a couple different layouts that we printed out. I put it on the board. I carved it inset, filled it, sanded it off, and then I put this over the top, and then I carved that. I think I carved this with the SC50. It wasn't quite as pronounced as I liked it, so I went ahead and did one where I carved, then I did it again where I carved this outset, put a square box around it, filled the whole thing, and then again, after I sanded it off, I put this in there, on there, and then I carved this with the 60 degree. So it kind of gives you, there's so many different ways to do it. This one obviously is it's the terracotta background, Milliput, and then I carved the rose, rather than carving the rose outset, I carved it inset, sprayed it red and green, and that's the way it came out. So there's so many different things. It kind of opened my eyes to different possibilities with this stuff. Now, what I'm hoping to do is be able to color this. I've got the white and all the colors, is find a good way to color this stuff. And if you guys have been playing with this and you know how to do it, let me know. But if I can find a way to color, especially like the white, add color to it, man, the possibilities are kind of endless. So are we?
It's 25 till.
Oh, so we're pretty good then.
Yeah,
not too bad. So
turn on that router out there.
Did I? No. There's a router that's on?
I thought you brought the router out that for the internet.
Oh, I thought you were talking router. Yeah, it's going. So it's a bad.
No, it's not.
It's a bad signal
crappy
today.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
sorry about that, Facebook folks. I don't know what's going on with our internet. Why it's not working well.
I've had trouble all morning now on
Yeah,
the computer.
yeah. So, but anyway, this Milliput stuff. I'll bring those boxes up here again so you can see them. The different colors. Oops. Ooh, excuse me. So, silver gray.
Where are you putting them? Because I can't see.
So there's the silver gray. This is the yellow gray. I have another.
Can you set them right? Pull your sign back and set them.
Yeah. I'll set this over here. And
I'm trying to guess where they
oh,
are.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you.
Yeah. And then the white and the black. And I think that is, oh, and then there's a yellow gray, but I have that box over there. So, and that one actually was kind of an ugly color. I played with that one a little bit, and it was rather ugly. But anyway, if we can figure out a good way to color, especially the white, if I can add color to it.
France. Hello from
In
France.
France. Wow, terrific. All right, so that is about it. If you have any questions on that, let me know. I think I'm going to just kind of move this stuff out of the way. And again, sorry about the signal, you guys. I hope it's not too terrible. But again, the video will be on the channel hopefully by the end of the weekend, if not on Monday, because I've been getting better at that. All right, so let me move this stuff out of the way. Dad, you can come on over and we'll do our. Do we have some questions starting to come in?
Yeah, I can see them.
Oh, okay. So this Milliput is pretty cool stuff. It really opens up a lot of your chair's over there, Dad. Opens up, I think, a lot of possibilities with being able to do inlay with the Milliput and then come back and start fresh and do all kinds of neat stuff. I'm really excited about doing even more experiments with this stuff. But I was pretty happy with it.
Okay,
All right, so
back again.
Well, I know a couple of questions that I could see because there was no message across the board.
Okay.
Somebody asked for people with arthritic hands, how is that stuff easy to apply together?
I think you could use, even though I was using my fingers, I think you could also use a putty knife.
Or a
You could-
grandkid.
Yeah, but I think you could use utensils in order to mix it. And you saw how I didn't see Joe doing that. He was kind of rolling it in a ball. But I think you could use utensils as well to mix that stuff. It mixes actually pretty easy, a little bit easier than what it looks.
Okay, somebody else asked, will it dull your bit?
No, I haven't seen any sign of that at all. It carves like I don't think it'll dull your bit any worse than wood does. I haven't seen any sign of that at all. And I carved all this, and I couldn't even tell that I was cutting anything. It was just like cutting the air. So it routes really, really well, and you can see it sands pretty well too.
Zach wants to know if there's any reason you didn't use your DeWalt.
I did use my DeWalt.
No, you used.
Oh no, I didn't. No reason, Sack. I got my DeWalt. If I'd have carved, it's just my 60 degree. I leave in that rigid. So being as I did the inset letter, I picked up my rigid. But I had if I was going to do the other one, I was going to do it outset, and I would have used my DeWalt. So I just normally keep my profile in here, and I keep my 60 in the rigid. No particular reason, but I really like the rigid. I'm starting to like it more and more. Okay, so we're like offline. Yeah, like it's crazy.
It's absolutely horrible. A bunch of people have just said they'll watch it later. But
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. So we'll
yeah.
It's so.
What is it going in and out?
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ain't technology great?
It's gorgeous
You know, a
outside.
few years ago, we wouldn't have been able to do anything like this at all.
Mark Stalling says you can use food coloring for that.
Really? I'll try that, Mark. I'll try that. I know I tried spray paint. Didn't work at all. Didn't work good at all.
Okay, he also asks, is a Milliput safe to breathe during carving and sanding?
As far as we know.
As far as I know, yeah. But if you have any issues at all, use a respirator. Yeah.
We don't use it, never have, but a lot of people are allergic to
Eric's
something.
allergic to sawdust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some people are allergic to stuff that other people aren't allergic to. I've been carving signs for over 50 years. I've never worn a respirator. Whether I'm carving or sanding, I don't use a respirator.
But this stuff is different. It's not wood. This is a compound. So
over 50 years, I've met a lot of people who wear a respirator when they carve simply because they have an allergy that kicks up when they breathe dust. So
yeah.
Everybody's different. We recommend if you need a respirator, use one.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. I'm going to try to do this while we can. We got Steve Nasby,
Steve.
Daryl Brenneman,
Daryl made it.
Larry Horton,
Thank
Michael
you.
Lusk,
Michael and maybe his son Joshua. I just talked to Joshua the other day.
Ed Weishart. Sorry, you guys, this signal is terrible.
Sorry,
Troy
guys.
Satterley. I'm kind of going backwards. So Sack, Mark Stallings, Lawrence Castillo, JC Sherpion from France.
Yeah, I think JC Woodworks.
France, huh?
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. JC. I've talked to him a few times.
Do you know what the channel is?
I think it's JC Woodworks, I believe, if I'm not JC's Woodworks.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance to, jump on YouTube and look at his channel. That's
Yeah.
we always like to, if we know somebody that's got a channel, we like to share that so other people can find out.
Deborah Oceanbine,
Hi, Deborah. Renee from Alaska.
Ron Orick.
Is that Renee from Alaska?
Yeah. Ron Orick, I believe, is
Is it Lon? I was thinking Lon Orick.
yellow. That's what I said.
I thought you said Ron.
Lon Orick.
Yeah.
He is from Canada.
Lon just ordered something just
Yeah,
within the
I
last
can't
few days,
remember.
I think. I remember
Had any
packaging.
questions there?
I'm searching text right now. Wes Jones having trouble.
Sorry, you guys.
Larry Horton.
So this Milliput, just as an information thing, this Milliput, again, if you want to see some really cool projects with it, go check out Joe's channel, Joe's Joinery, or Average Joe's Joinery, excuse me. Really a cool guy. I had so much fun working with him, and I thank him for introducing this stuff to us. So we just bought this stuff on Amazon,
Was
right?
he from the UK?
Yeah, he is from the UK. He's back in the UK now.
All right, Bruce Peter, have you used on any wood besides the cedar board, and have you noticed any noticeable difference there?
This is pine. So the one I just did was cedar, but I've done cedar and pine. So far, Bruce, I haven't noticed any difference that one would be better than another. So I don't think it affects. I think it sticks to just about anything. As a matter of fact, they in the documentation, it tells you can go underwater. This stuff will stick actually underwater on pipes and all different kinds of stuff. So I don't know if divers use it but
If you figure out how to route it underwater, let us know.
yeah.
Let's see, we've got
But don't blame us for trying.
Christy, Jackie, Floyd. That's so much. Thanks so much for the videos. I've learned so much from you guys. Been watching from the beginning.
Well,
Thank
good.
you.
We're
Thank
glad
you
to
so
hear
much.
That. That's one of the reasons we do what we do.
That's terrific.
All right, I gotta go back up.
We were going to mention monetization.
Yes, we were.
Mention that.
Yeah, I knew we were kind of running
We've got
short
a
on
little
time.
bit of a, when you look at our YouTube videos, if there's a commercial on there, if you're happy with what we share with you and you want to watch that commercial, we get a few cents for it. It doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost us anything. The advertiser pays YouTube for putting that commercial on our video. So if you want to watch it, they send us a few cents. So I just thought I would mention that just in case your video comes up and there's a commercial there and you don't want to watch a commercial. If you watch it, it's just your way of saying thank you to us because we get a few cents for it.
We'd appreciate it. Yeah.
Tom TDC, Tom from Cambridge, Ontario. He's here, just saying hi.
Hi, Tom.
Lon is from Kelowna, Canada. I don't know.
In Canada?
I don't know. Just
Oh. So anyway, what Dad's talking about is called monetization. So it's the YouTube monetization, and when you see commercials on there, the advertisers pays Google, and then Google sends a small portion of that back to us, whoever the creator for that video is, which in our case is us. So we get a few cents when somebody watches a commercial. So we appreciate that. Okay. All right.
yeah,
Still waiting for questions.
yeah, well, people have just pretty much signed off because I mean we've still got people here, but
Yeah.
So if you got questions, guys, let us know.
okay.
Yeah, if the ones that are still there got questions,
That's what
we're still here to answer them
Will
if
it
we can.
stand
We got
up?
a few more minutes.
Will it stand up outdoors?
Yes. Yeah. As far as I know, I mean, it's made for all kinds of exterior applications. You know, like I say, underwater, outside. I haven't heard of any issues with it outside at all. I've just started using it.
Probably if it can be used underwater, it probably could be used outdoors.
Yeah.
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 Bruce Peters says, follow up. How does the routing react when transferring from the wood to the Milliput? Going from the wood to the Milliput.
You can tell the difference because the wood has a little bit more resistance to it, Bruce. But when I cut these two, obviously I was going in areas where I was cutting wood and then into the Milliput. But I didn't really notice. The thing about it is you're carving so shallow, and that's the thing about the Milliput. You have to think about it differently. I had to kind of change my way of thinking about it because the deeper that you cut, the more Milliput you're going to use on the inlay part. But the other part, these were really thin lines, so I still wasn't cutting very deep. So the difference between going from the wood to the Milliput inlay, really, I didn't notice hardly any difference at all. If I was cutting real deep, it might, but I really didn't notice any difference.
Will Pena, Vicky, do you know what the next month's template, premium member template?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I do. And just stay tuned, Will. Not yet.
Oh, I got it right here, but I can't show it until the Queen says it's okay.
Let's do some suspense for a little bit. Will, I know what the next 3 months templates are going to be. How about that?
And she knows more than I do. I just barely know what the next month is going to be, let alone 2 months from now.
We're trying to reconnect again.
Okay.
Will spray, lacquer, or urethane change the look?
Well, it does actually. It brings it out. These both have clear on them, and you saw what the black looked like.
Very dull.
Yeah, it looked really dull, and then when I put the clear on it, just one coat of clear, it kind of brings it out. That little Val Kilmer deal has a couple coats on it. It's over there on the ground, but it's all right. But yeah, these just have one coat on it. They're really dull, but the clear on it just brings it out. So it really adds to it. Without it, it looks really dull. The black looks really dull. And the terracotta as well, actually.
Bob Mulch. He says Bob Mulch in Happy Jack.
Oh, hi, Bob.
I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe that's his YouTube channel.
In Happy Jack?
I sort of remember
Maybe
that.
that's...
I sort of remember
That sounds kind of
name,
familiar.
but it doesn't bring back.
Maybe that's the name of the town he lives in.
Maybe.
Happy Jack.
All right. So.
Happy Bob and happy Jack.
All right. Let's
Wrap it up.
in and out, and people are getting
Frustrated.
frustrated.
Well, no more than we are, guys. So.
No, they're not. They're being very good. I'm
Yeah.
just, maybe it's me that's getting frustrated. I'm about ready to pull my hair out.
Yeah. And when we first started doing this stuff, I was the one that was just incensed. Although you were the ones that used bad words.
I was.
And somebody caught that.
Learned
Yeah.
not to use bad words, forgetting that we're live.
Yeah. Well, when we first started doing it, we were using a service that we were paying $80 a month for, and it was horrible. And that's what was really getting me, is we were paying for this bad. At least Facebook Live is free, so can't gripe about the price. All right, do you want me to show this template or not?
Hold on, let me make sure.
Okay.
What I'm going to do next time, I'm going to have some written questions that I've got on emails, and if we have something like this,
Yeah.
then
That's a good
I
idea.
can answer those questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't think about that till now, but I'm half asleep.
Or I could have brought out some sign carvers of the day and showed some
We'll
projects. We'll be more prepared.
Well, we like
showed it.
It
questions
just
and
depends on
answers.
what
Yeah.
the internet's doing.
Yeah.
So.
And
Okay.
actually, last couple months, this is the first
great.
one in like
And of course,
2 or 3 months.
gorgeous outside.
Yeah, I think last month it was raining, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or the month
Oh,
before,
rain, Rain and wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gorgeous outside.
So, go ahead. Let's just wrap it up. You got 9 minutes.
All right. So here is I'll show it against the background. Here is the template of the month for April. Gosh, I'm doing this wrong. So in honor of Easter, we just did the Christian ones this month.
Rabbit.
He's a bunny wabbit.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Can you move it over inside in? There you go.
I can't see it, so.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, there we go. So it's a little bunny rabbit. It's about 3.5 tall, I think. So all the premium members that order in the next, all of the premium members will get these when you order.
Yeah, we'll start this next week, sending them out.
Yeah. So starting on Monday, you'll start getting these. So it's kind of a cool. Vicky picked it out. She found
That's
it.
going
She
to be
picked it up.
available on the website too for somebody to purchase
Yeah,
if
it
they
will
want.
in a couple of weeks. I
won't stand up.
normally wait a couple of weeks. Or maybe a weekend.
Yeah, but you get them on there pretty fast now. So.
I know how to do it.
Yeah. So I guess that's about it.
No announcements? No. Go over again.
The international stuff. Is that what you
Just
mean?
real quick.
Okay, so in case you guys missed it at the beginning, for international orders, any place outside of the U.S., now what you need to do is email Vicky what it is that you want to order. She's going to calculate the shipping on it, send you an invoice that you can just use you don't have to have a PayPal account. That seems to be kind of a thing that people kind of
processor.
They're got it set up so that whatever we have to pay on the freight, that's what you'll have to pay. We don't make a dime on it.
Yeah, we're not padding that at
Whatever
all.
we're charged, we'll pass that charge on to you, whether it's $12 or $57. It doesn't matter. Whatever it costs us, that's what it costs.
That's what our policy
That's
is.
for freight.
Our new policy is you pay what we pay. So from a freight standpoint. So again, you'll just email Vicky what you want to order. She'll estimate the freight, send you an invoice for the total amount, pay it, and boom, then we ship the order. So it's actually, we've been doing it about a week. It's worked out really well so far. And then in regards to that, premium membership now is open to everybody. So the way that will work is when you send in your router bits, send Vicky an email, let her know I'm sending 4 or 5 or 6 or a dozen router bits.
For free sharpening. That's what premium members get, free sharpening on the router bits.
Thank you. Yeah, I forgot to say that. So, and now that is the router bits that we sell. If you have router bits from someone else, then we don't sharpen those. We don't sharpen those. And we have added the SC50. We now, in case you missed that announcement the other day, up until about a few days ago, we didn't sharpen the SC50, but now I'll sharpen the SE50. However, the SE50 is real fragile, so you probably only get a few sharpenings out of it. But I always test them before I ship them back out, so we can sharpen the SE50s.
And if we can't sharpen them, then we'll just we'll either throw them away for you, or we'll get them back to you in a shipment somehow.
Right.
If we can sharpen them and make them work, we will. If we can't, then it's your loss. We can't replace it simply because it's sometimes you can resharpen those 2 or 3 times and then there's nothing left to sharpen.
Yeah, because they're only single flute. So, and the other thing is, if you're an international, let's say you're a premium member international in Australia, and you've got something that you want to order, if you want to ship your router bits back to us, so for free sharpening, and then ship those in with your order that you order, then you won't be paying any freight on that, because we'll just include them in your order that you'll be paying freight. We'll ship everything together. Yeah. So
and
if
also
that's
the templates, the premium member templates, can you make sure they understand we don't ship them out every month?
correct. Yeah. So if you're a premium member, this will be the template that you'll get for the month of April, and any of them that you haven't got so far, you get them, but we ship them out in orders. So we don't ship this out individually. When you place an order for a router bit or a layout letters or a template, what the heck is this thing called?
Depth guide?
Depth guide, router bit, depth guide, gauge, yeah. Whenever you place an order, you'll get whatever's due you that month as a free template, plus everything that if you haven't ordered for 3 or 4 months, we make that up and ship them all together at the same time with your order.
I keep track of everything that you have, when you received it, and what you haven't gotten, so.
Right. So we, and again, I guess, the way we'll wrap this thing up is just thank everybody for all the support. You guys are just terrific at ordering stuff from us and supporting us and helping us do what we do, and we so appreciate it. We absolutely do. So if there's anything that we can help with, questions, feel free to email me, Vicky, Dad. Email us. We're here to help. Any questions on this Milliput or anything else, we'd be happy to help. So our next video will be on Monday morning, coffee and questions.
And if there's anything you'd like us to do on the next live training session, just send us a suggestion if you have one.
Well, we've had several comments that it's a good idea to have questions ready just in case.
Yeah,
sure.
So,
yeah,
Bruce said Vicky would keep him, remind him.
yeah, she will.
Remember.
Yeah, she will. All right, so let's sign off.
I've got a couple of comments here I wanted to read.
Oh, okay.
Dana Allison says, thanks for the demonstration, have a good day. The other one is one I wanted to read, and now I can't read it because I have a black screen. So it's nice.
Wow.
It's from, almost saw it. Loafer's Corner, was the Rose a monthly free one?
No.
No, it was not.
That's a separate one. That's just one that Vicky came up with and found, and that
Made.
Yeah.
Okay, David Byram, this is the one I wanted. Just want to say thank you for the unedited videos and for always being positive.
Yeah, we just keep the videos rolling. We don't edit them. We just whatever we say or do, that's what you see.
That's
and
why
here.
I gotta watch my mouth.
Yeah. Well, but I have been getting into the editing a little bit. I'll speed up, when I'm routing and going for a long time. I can speed it up and add a little music ditty in there. So that's a little bit of editing that I do.
You should see him dancing when that music ditty's going. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. Yeah, you don't want to see that.
One of these days I'll get it on video.
All right.
All right, we can wrap it up.
Okay, so that is it for today, guys. Thanks so much. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Again, we appreciate you all for tuning in, and for those of you that are watching on YouTube later on, I love you all. Appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Thank you for your patience with again with our internet.
Yeah,
and Lord willing, I'll be here for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all will. Yeah, hopefully. Okay, so that is it. Thanks again. We'll see you guys on Monday morning.
Adios.
Bye.